Gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses.
A black cowboy riding his horse through the city. An idea brought mainstream by Lil Nas X and his Old Town Road video. But he was far from the first to do it. Meet the Compton Cowboys. They've been riding since the 1990s. A close-knit group of friends who started riding during childhood through a local riding program. Today, they saddle up and walk the streets with hopes of dousing the negative stereotypes about African Americans within their city. In a city that is best known for its use in rap songs and large amount of gang violence, the Compton Cowboys are hoping to bring change to their city with each ride.
This is the original Compton. It's horses, it's our people, you know what I'm saying? So we just out here representing for that original Compton, and it's all about peace, love, unity, environment, nature, and each other. That's what it's all about.
They give youth an alternative to gangs, providing a family bond and the pride that comes with physical labor.
I'll put a lot of our time, effort, and energy into the horse. Give them a lot of the grooming and touching that, sometimes we desire as well. We're able to give it to the horses. And it just puts me in a great space, mentally, spiritually, physically, to be around these animals.
Richland Farms is where the horses live when they aren't walking the streets. From cleaning the stables to feeding and grooming the animals, each rider does their fair share of daily chores at the farm.
Man, for the youth in Compton, this is a huge deal. I had, very few options on getting out of here, and that was my main goal, how I was gonna get out.
But the responsibilities of the Compton Cowboys are a heavy one.
Black Lives Matter!
Not only is this group hoping to change their city, but they're also trying to break the deeply embedded stereotype that African Americans can't be cowboys.
My auntie's vision, you feel me? My daddy's vision, you feel me? I feel like I'm making my family proud, you feel me? We making the whole hood proud, bro. We making the city proud.
With some of them even becoming professional riders. Regardless of the task at hand, each rider embraces the challenge. Living by the motto, streets raised us, horses saved us.
Al Jackson, what's going on, brother?
That hat, I need one.
You know how it go, man. This is family legacy right here. This is my daddy hat. He gave it to me when I turned 25.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, well, that's not even in our questions, but I need to get that answer on camera. That's beautiful. Randy Savvy, welcome to DBL. It's a pleasure to have you guys on. What is it like as a black man riding a horse through Compton?
Being a black man on a horse through Compton, man, it's so empowering, man. I mean, it's like, I always imagine what a superhero might feel like, because you riding through these streets and everybody just looking and breaking their neck when they see you coming by, and their faces light up, the kids point, you know what I mean?
I feel you. Now, a lot of kids are gonna be watching this, and I know they're gonna wanna know, when did you start? Did you start as a kid, and if so, what age?
Yeah, man, I was actually born into it. My auntie founded the organization, Compton Junior Posse, so by the time I was born, she already had 2 horses and the rickety old little barn in the back. And so I've been doing this my whole entire life. I'm 30 years old, so this lifelong for me.
Well, that's my next question. What do you think your life would have been like without the Compton Cowboys?
If you're from the hood or you've been around the hood, you know it all too well. It's the same story, you know what I'm saying? You start growing up, you start getting on your own, and the hood starts wanting to recruit you. They never really bothered us because we had the horses. It was like, oh man, y'all cowboys, that's cool, do y'all thing, we ain't tripping, you know what I mean? So it was like a shield for us, and just having that my whole life kept me away from all of that. I consider myself a success symbol, you know what I mean, and representation of what it looks like to do something with your life.
There's no doubt in the world that you are a success symbol, man, and I'm gonna go off a word that you just mentioned. You mentioned shield, and I feel like you are there for my people, for your people during these Black Lives Matter protests. I've been down to the protests, and I know the Compton Cowboys have been all over the Black Lives Matter protests. Can you tell me a little bit about your involvement?
In the city of Compton, it's interesting because our city is infamous for being very hostile when it comes to these issues of these social injustice issues, very particularly when it comes to police brutality. I mean, that was NWA's whole movement. And that movement is what put Compton on the global scale as far as having our city recognized by the masses, and the brand of our city became the police.
What's up? Tell them where you from. Straight out of Compton.
It was just great to be able to be out there, black people on horses, showing the world something totally different, looking like the army, looking like the cavalry, but we come in peace. That was very powerful.
I love to hear that, man. Now, obviously, you guys are getting attention in the streets. You're getting attention on social media. And now an author has stepped to you guys and actually even embedded himself with you and just like learned to live your lifestyle and learned all about you. Can you tell me a little bit about that process and what that was like?
It's just called the Compton Cowboys, a new generation of cowboys in America's urban heartland by Walter Thompson Hernandez. It's very emotional. It's very powerful. It's very moving. I think I would encourage anybody that to go out there and get you a copy of it. I think he really he painted an accurate portrait of what it's like to be in this environment, in these streets, and I'm very proud of the project.
Randy, let me just tell you this, bruh. Any project that you guys have going on, anything that you have coming up in the future that you would like to promote, you are now officially DBL fam, so you are now required by law to come on this show and definitely represent. We love you, we love what you're doing, and keep it going, bruh.
Thank you all. I appreciate you heavily, man. Much love. Thank you.